The chain, which is broken at the bottom, basically represents all of our military career. That used to, be one continuous loop. And when a lot of us left the military, that chain broke. And on the bottom it says the ballistic offensive warrior tactics underneath, which branches the two chains back together again. So it's recreating that brotherhood and that sisterhood that we lost, that a lot of us, are longing for again. In the center, it has a silhouette of a shoulder, a male figure. A lot of people say it looks like Todd. But basically that inner strength that he had to create such a program to bring all of us back together again is just magnificent to me. This one man can make this much difference to our souls, to help other soldiers, bring them in, either into the program or seek help for their PTSD, then we're doing something positive as well. If you look at the picture, there's chaos, explosion, soldiers screaming. It's the hidden pains that, lie within us that society doesn't see. They see this outer strong shell, and inside, a lot of us are devastated. We're basically, we are that crying child inside. The hardest part was almost the chain. I got so tired of making the chain link, but I got it. A watercolor paper. I use India ink. What I do is fill a little beaker full, and I have a quill pen. So I like to start off with the negative, because I'm left-handed. I also have to be careful. No, I just spared it. So what I do, I usually start this way, and then I work my way up and out. And I actually had the prints made out for them. So. Imagine yourself in an ocean, way out in the middle of nowhere, and basically you're there treading water, and you look around and all your battle buddies are there with you as well. And basically our heads are just above water, and we're gasping for air and fighting to stay above the surface. Well, imagine with all the alcohol, the drug use, whatever other issues that they're having, imagine that's pulling them down deeper and deeper into the ocean. Some of the experiences alone in the military, how to deal with a lot of harassment. I was terrified of going in. The first day I went into POW, I threw up. But when I got there, I had Todd, I had fellow other people, the males came up and were like, hey, nice to meet you, and I felt at ease. After holding all those feelings in, kind of the anger towards males, that I was able to feel like I can trust them again. So just being in that environment, I think, helped heal me. Through this self-isolation, I basically have learned more about myself. I finally had a chance to stop and find Erica again. And it's been difficult. There's been days where I just break down and cry. There's been days where I just didn't feel like getting dressed. There's days that I feel like I was a horrible mother. I don't know, it's more of an emotion. A lot of people say, oh, we have the answer for PTSD. There is no cure for it. You're always going to have it. But I think what it's going to come down to is that each person has to fight themselves internally. The experience that I had to live through, I lived through for a reason. Some people do need medications, but you mask those. It masks those feelings, and it's almost like you become a zombie. And the problem still remains. I have had to take those negative feelings and replace them with positive, which is so hard to do. You got to start living fearlessly now. You got to stop being fearful. We have this awesome life that's still laid out, for us, for the taking, yet for some reason we walk away. And you have to unbind yourself in order to finally live. Even though our exterior is strong and tough, our interior, we're dying inside. And that's not the way to live. When I was putting the glaze on, that's when I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with this, and I felt good. I was happy. Even though I did sit back and I cried, but it was more like a tears of joy. I got this board, it was tattered, it looked dirty and nasty. Sat there for hours scraping this old wax off until I got a hold of one of my friends. They're like, Erica, why don't you just melt the wax off with a hairdryer? But no, I have to go the hard way. But you know what, that's okay, because I appreciated the process. It's almost like, okay, I have to appreciate myself enough to be able to go through the process of healing. I had to sand it. I had to fix some of the dings and damages. It's almost like a plan of attack that you have to have with yourself in order to battle. I laid it all out, and I mean, there's a couple times where I switched it. I'm like, you know what, this doesn't feel right. So usually I work in black and white. I'm trying to get into the color, but right now it's like those memories are all in black and white, and I just don't see it in color. I'm done. I don't want to have to build another foundation. That's why I do things the hard way. That's why I choose to take the long scraping actions. That's why I want to see every single layer. I want to analyze everything so I know I don't have to return to this portion of my life ever again. It's difficult. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely lonely. It's not that I don't love my friends. It's not that I don't love my family. It's that I need to learn this process by myself. You know what? This time, you're going to do it right, Erica. You are going to do step by step. You're going to fall, and you might fall way deep, but at least you know that you had the energy, the power, and the charisma to pull yourself up out of this, and you did it on your own. And so that's the reason why, mostly why I take the hard way.